Hagrid, I got your message. What's the big news? And why is Marilla here? That's what I want to know. You better have a good reason for dragging me all the way out here, Hagrid. I promise I do. You see, Professor Dumbledore's invited me to speak to the International Confederation of Wizards. And I'm going to give a demonstration on Thestrals. They can only be seen by people who've witnessed death, you know? Oh, I'm familiar with them. In fact, wait. Hold on. Game me. You have a lot of explaining to do. Hold on. When have you witnessed death? But also then again, I believe I'm also going to say that I have one adopted one and raising it. But hold on, Hagrid. You must have it out for this confederation. Since they bring misfortune to people who see them. Codswallop. They're extremely clever and useful, gentle to boot. That's what I'm trying to show the International Confederation of Wizards. I fail to see why that requires me to be here. I hate to admit that Marilla has a point, but aren't you the one who trains Hogwarts herd of Thestrals? Why do you need us? Now hold on, I'm getting to that part. Just let me explain. So you want to use a Thestral in your demonstration to help change the Confederation's mind on them? Specifically by showing them that even a Thestral that's had limited exposure to strangers can be comfortable working with a large group of them? That's right. I'd use one from Hogwarts herd, Tenebris perhaps. He's my favorite. But they're already used to working with students. If I can show that a Thestral with only some basic work can trust and stay calm around a crowd of strangers, it'll prove they're not dangerous. Once they see that, they'll see Thestrals aren't bad luck neither. Sounds like a lot of work. Is it just me, or is that like a typical Slytherin saying? It is for one person, even someone with experience like me. That's why I was hoping you two would be my assistants. MZ, because you got away with creatures. And Marilla, because Professor Dumbledore said you can see Thestrals and he thinks it'll be good for you. Wait. Marilla? When? I am now curious. Marilla, you've seen death? You don't know when to mind your own business, do you? I was just... Fine. If you must know, there was an incident with my parents and an aura. Oh. Not to interrupt, but we've got a lot of work to do. So, will you two help me get a Thestral used to strangers? It'd be an honor to learn from one of the best Thestral trainers and breeders in all of Britain. I'll help you too, but only because Professor Dumbledore might give me house points if I do. Of course. You'll only do it if it involves the points. Brilliant! You two won't regret it. Thestrals really are amazing creatures. But before we can start, we'll need a Thestral. Actually, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Let me guess. I've adopted and or somehow raising a Thestral myself. I don't know how, but I just do, apparently. Because that's just it. Hogwarts logic. Just random out of the blue, like, I've adopted a Thestral. I've been taking care of a Thestral here in the Magical Creatures Reserve. Oh, well, taking care, adopt, tomato, tomato. I've spent a lot of time with it. I think it trusts me. But I doubt it has let anyone other than me get that close, and certainly not a crowd of them. That's perfect! Bring it to the training grounds. We'll use the trust you build with it to help it get it used to strangers. This must be the Thestral from the Magical Creatures Reserve you mentioned. Yes, Hagrid. Marilla? Yes, Hagrid, Marilla, this is Thestral. I mean, I just kept the name as it is, as the breed, so, you know. I'm not that creative giving it a random nickname, okay? It really responds well to its name. Actually, Thestral reminds me a bit of Tenebris, the first to be born in the Forbidden Forest. Wait, are you saying Thestral was born in the Forbidden Forest like Tenebris? Because you said Tenebris was the first one, right? Or am I just getting the context confused? I don't care what its name is, just keep it away from me. Come on now, Marilla. Thestrals are gentle. It won't bite. We're supposed to help get Thestral accustomed to strangers for Hagrid's demonstration on Thestrals. How can you do that if you're afraid of getting close to it? I'm not afraid. I mean, you saying you're not afraid means you are afraid of the Thestral. You're kind of denying, Marilla. I'd just rather not hang around something that'll bring me bad luck. Well, how will you know if you won't even try? Maybe, that's just a saying. Like, maybe Thestrals aren't all bad luck omens. Oh my goodness. See? That thing's bad news. No, it's not bad news. It's just, you know, like, scared of, like, because, like, you know, they don't know you yet. It's like a flight or fight defense mechanism, Marilla. You're just scaring it. Besides, Hagrid's been over this. The idea that Thestrals bring misfortune to those who see them isn't true. That's right. It's not their fault they can only be seen by people who've watched someone perish. Helping Hagrid change witches' and wizards' opinions on Thestrals is the whole reason we're here. The whole reason you're here, perhaps. I'm just here for the house points. So, can we hurry and get started? She is right. We don't have much time. Who's she? You mean Marilla or me? And we can't have it reacting to the Confederation like it did to Marilla. Alright, Hagrid. Where do we get started? What? Where do we get started? I mean, where do we start or where do we get started? I would honestly say, where do we start? But then, where do we get started? I think that still makes sense. I just thought like, wait, what? Because to me, I thought it didn't make any sense, but then again, it did. So anyways, Thestral might know you, MZ, but it don't know me and Marilla. True. But then again, the Thestral didn't react the way it did to Marilla to you know what I'm trying to say? Let's start by showing it strangers are nothing to be scared of. How did Thestral do, Hagrid? Does it seem more comfortable around strangers now? Thestral did brilliant, MZ. I can already tell it'll be more comfortable around the International Confederation of Wizards officials. That's a relief. I was afraid Marilla had already ruined all hope of Thestral seeing strangers positively. This is stupid. Why are we putting so much work into this? When not everyone will even be able to see the Thestral. They can still interact with it. Besides, the point is to show Thestrals aren't dangerous. The whole Confederation don't need to see him for that to happen. That's another thing. I'm not convinced Thestrals bringing bad luck really is just a myth. But Hagrid says that's not true. Of course he does. Hagrid probably thinks Acromantulas are just misunderstood. I mean, they are, but they're, I guess, I mean, they're also creepy. Well, one of me oldest friends is an Acromantula. Oh, yeah! How's he doing, by the way? Chilling in the Forbidden Forest? Right? With all his little baby armies ready to soon feast? I shouldn't have said that. See? But surely even you have to understand where I'm coming from, Spirit Brook. Why would MZ? You're not even trying to see my side or listen to what I'm saying. Well, Spirit Brook, who are you going to side with, me or Hagrid? You know I'm gonna side with Hagrid when it comes to animals, Marilla. You're just one-sided, okay? I'm sorry, Marilla, but I have to side with Hagrid. Yeah, you just gotta keep an open mind and open heart on these type of interests and situations and other stuff. You know, give the person a benefit of the doubt. Even a magical creature. You won't even stop to consider that you might be wrong. Exactly. Don't be one-sided. Like, try and have an open perspective. Not to mention, you refuse to even try to get along with Thestral. I knew you'd agree with me, MZ. Of course I will, Hagrid. When it comes to magical creatures, I'm with you all the way. Why should I? You and Hagrid won't listen to me or consider things from my perspective. Don't you realize that when I see that thing, You what, Marilla? Whoa, the animation of me ducking, but Shh! Easy there, Thestral. No need to get spooked. I wonder, is it gonna, like, fly away? Like the Abraxan did? I'm pretty sure the Abraxan did get spooked and flew away one time. Is the Thestral gonna do the same thing? Oh, never mind. That's it. I'm tired of being attacked. We're not attacking you, Marilla. Not even the Thestral. The possible house points aren't worth being around that thing any longer. I'm done. Oh, I also like the sound effect too. I feel like that sound effect also works with that oh. But don't get discouraged, Hagrid. Marilla's probably just being stubborn, like she usually does. No, actually, usually is. She is usually stubborn. Or she's just stubborn all the time. That's just it. How am I supposed to convince the entire Confederation that Thestrals are harmless when my own assistant don't believe it? Rather than thinking of this as a failure, perhaps we should see it as an opportunity. What are you saying, MZ? That the first mind you're going to change will be Marilla's. You mean you want me to practice my demonstration on Marilla? Exactly. It'll give you some experience before the real thing. Compared to winning over Marilla, winning over the International Confederations of Wizards will be easy. That's a good idea, MZ, but can we do it together? I know you won't be there for the real thing, but I'll be able to pick up some pointers from you. Sure, Hagrid, but if you're going to take notes on me, I'd better brush up on persuasion techniques first. I'll go and practice on my friends, then we'll confront Marilla. I think it's lovely that you're helping Hagrid. What? We professors require a bit of fresh air from time to time too. You're working with Thestrals? I'm so jealous. There you are, MZ. Are you ready to change Marilla's mind about Thestrals? I am now that I've had a bit of practice persuading my friends. Perhaps you'll even be able to use some of the techniques I picked up during my practice in your speech. I'm sure I will. Thanks for coming up with the idea to practice my demonstration on Marilla. And also for agreeing to do it together. You're welcome, Hagrid. I've had plenty of experience debating with Marilla. I might as well put it to good use. I'm a bit worried, though. What if we can't convince Marilla? That's a possibility, or that won't happen. No! I want to look on the bright side. I want to look on the hopeful side. I know that we can convince Marilla one way or another. That won't happen, Hagrid. You know just about everything there is to know about Thestrals. Which is why you'll be able to debunk every myth that Marilla or the Confederation has about them. You're prepared for this. Just be confident and trust in yourself. Thanks, MZ. That's just what I needed. I'm glad to hear it, Hagrid. Now, let's go talk to Marilla. Marilla, we need to talk. Is this about me running out on your little project? I told you, I quit. I don't want to see that creepy horse anymore. Thestrals aren't creepy. They're just a bit different is all. Oh, please. Different is just a nice way of saying weird. Look, Marilla, all we want you to do is listen to what we have to say. Why should I? Because you owe it to the Thestrals to give them a chance. I just can't get over Hagrid's giant hands over his little small face because of the beard and everything, but ha! Good one! Wait, what? Good one of what? Because we won't leave you alone until you do. Oh, look at my smirk. I'm like, I'm gonna bug you until you cave in. Ugh, and knowing you, you'll do it. Fine. I'll listen to you and to Hagrid's speech, but don't expect me to change my mind. You see, Marilla, Thestrals aren't dangerous, just misunderstood. People assume based on the way they look and their connection to death that they're bad omens. But assuming's a right awful thing to do to anything, even a creature. Especially on account of the fact that Thestrals being evil couldn't be further from the truth. Besides, since when are you the type to worry about something like bad luck? ... The silence. Interesting. I have to admit, you two made more sense than I thought you would. But I still don't want to be around any Thestrals. I understand. You're too afraid. I am not afraid. Denial. No, not denying, but denial. Because you are denying that you are afraid, Marilla. finish getting Thestral accustomed to strangers with me and Hagrid. Yeah, finish what you partly started. Don't you want to do it for the house points? Fine, but after that, I'm done with all of this nonsense. Never let it be said that I don't know how to work Marilla. You're like, you mean persuading her to do my bidding. We did it, Emsy. We convinced Marilla to give Thestrals another chance. You did most of the work, Hagrid. I just gave Marilla a little push. But the job isn't over yet. Marilla's still holding on to something that makes her hesitant about Thestrals. But a good experience with a Thestral might be enough to make her let go of that. And see Thestrals in a better light. In that case, I'd recommend you to spend more time working with Thestral before Marilla works with it. We wouldn't want Thestral to get spooked in front of her again. And Marilla could test even the most gentle Thestral's patience. Great, Emsy. You and your Thestral made it. Thestral looks ready to finish getting it comfortable working with strangers. I'll get started. Actually, Hagrid, I think Marilla should take the lead this time. You must be confused, Spirit Brook. I agreed to give Thestrals another chance. And help Hagrid get your Thestral ready for his International Confederations of Wizards demonstration. Not take the lead. Don't worry, Marilla. Hagrid will tell you what to do, because he is an expert. That's not the problem, and you know it. Why did I even come? I should just leave, antagonize, or encourage. No, I'm going to encourage. Don't go, Marilla. We can't finish getting Thestral ready for Hagrid's demonstration without you. You can't. The whole point of this is to get Thestral accustomed to strangers. And since you kept your distance during our earlier practice, it probably still sees you as one. So if we can get it comfortable around you, we'll know it's ready for Hagrid's demonstration. Well, if you need me that much, I suppose I can indulge you. Glad to hear it. Working up close and personal with a Thestral will be good for you, Marilla. That way you'll see Thestrals for what they really are, instead of what you or anyone else associates them with. Whatever, let's finish working with your Thestral fast. I have better things to do. Like what, sulk?
That's the cutest fuck I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, Marilla, what do you think about Thestrals now that you've worked with Thestral? What do you think about Thestrals, even though after, getting to know my Thestral named Thestral? I suppose there's a small chance that perhaps I might have had the wrong idea about Thestrals. Yours isn't the worst creature I've ever met. Looks like Thestral thinks you're not so bad either, Marilla. See? Don't you feel bad about being afraid of Thestrals? I wasn't afraid. I stormed out because... Dumbledore, where did you come from? I swear! I feel like at times he is a ninja. Because seeing the Thestral reminded you of the death you saw that day. Professor Dumbledore, sir. The death? You mean that incident with your parents and an aura that you mentioned, Marilla? Obviously. What else would he be talking about? But How did you know about the incident, Professor? I never told you. He just knows. He works in mysterious ways, which is impressive. And that's why he's the best professor. The headmaster. I make it a point to find out about what is troubling my students. It was my hope that, by having her work with a Thestral, a gentle and intelligent creature that can only be seen by those who have seen death, she might see that something wonderful could come from even the most unpleasant circumstances. After all, it's tempting to try to bury and forget the memory, but only confronting it will allow you to truly move on. Did it work, Miss Snide? I suppose it didn't hurt. That's Marilla speak for yes. Then, Miss Snide, it sounds like you've gained something more valuable than house points out of this experience. Now it is time for Hagrid, this Thestral, and I to be off. Are you ready to deliver your address to the International Confederations of Wizards, Hagrid? I am, thanks to Emsy and Marilla. I couldn't have gotten a Thestral ready in time without him. You're welcome, Hagrid. Don't mention it. Seriously, don't. Shall we be off? Wait, Hagrid. Let's meet in the Magical Creatures Reserve when you get back. I'd like to hear how the demonstration went. Hagrid, you're back from the meeting of the International Confederation of Wizards. I'm not the only one. Wait, what do you mean you're not the only one? Who else? What is with this? Oh! Oh my goodness, Thestral, baby! I forgot about you! Aww. Okay, that is an amazing cutscene. I'm glad you're back too, Thestral. I kind of forgot about you, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst magical creature mama. So, how did your demonstration on Thestrals go? Ooh, where do I start? From the beginning. I want to hear everything. Where are you going, Thestral? But it sounds like your demonstration on Thestrals was a success. I'm proud to say I changed a lot of witches and wizards' minds about Thestrals. I think they'll treat Thestrals with respect instead of fear now. A few of them were even interested in learning to train Thestrals themselves. That actually sounds pretty good, as long as they're not the wrong kind of people. I mean, you know, witches and wizards. That's great, Hagrid. I'm proud of you. I couldn't have done it without you, MC. Between helping me get Thestral ready and encouraging me to use Marilla as practice. I owe you big time. Don't worry about it or I'll hold you to that. Nah, just don't worry about it. I'm not going to hold you to anything. Don't worry about it, Hagrid. I'm just happy I got the chance to learn from such an experienced Thestral trainer. Well, the offer's always there if you change your mind. But more than that, you've done me a great service. Thanks, Samsy. You're quickly becoming one of my closest friends. Aww.